Hey there, Joey from the Apolo team here. In this video, I'd just like to share some things with you, okay? About our strategy and about Apollo bot in general. And like I always like to say in the groups, the most important thing in real trading is risk management, not profit. When you're really trading, all right, trading the financial markets with leverage, the most important thing is your risk management. And that's why we in Apollo Bot, we prioritize capital preservation from our risk management, even before profits. All right, because the goal is to keep you in the game for as long as possible. Our vision is to ensure that you are safely trading the financial markets for as long as possible. All right, and that's why we have the best risk management in the world for trading the financial markets. So here is my account. All right, when I come here and my homepage, I tap on this icon profit. You can see I'm earning from the spot and the futures market. The futures market including stocks and commodities with crypto. All right, so as I'm going down, you see I made some losses. And you need to understand that in real trading, losses and profits are part of trading. It's part of the game. Okay? Because you are not a supercomputer, or you don't control the market, you don't own the market. Therefore, you need to make some losses. It's normal to make some losses. All right? But what's most important is your ability to ensure your account is in net profits periodically, weekly, monthly. All right? So these losses you see here, these are all trade resets. Okay? Trade resets. Our AI, our system, our algorithms resetting the parameters, all right, to manage risk in the futures market, which is really, really important. Okay? Like I said, the most important thing in real trading is risk management. And let me explain how our strategy is set up, all right, for long-term trading with capital preservation. I tap here on futures and you can see my trades. Guys, another wonderful thing I would like to share with you is that this account, you can see now my margin is over $1 million, right? This account started with around $6,000 3 years ago. This is the power. See, this is the power of our system. There is no way that you come into Apollo bot, follow our recommended parameters, that you will not experience growth. All right, not just me, many other people. When you join my group, you see many other people start from where you are. You will definitely make progress. I started this account 3 years ago when we started with around $6,000. If you check the videos on this channel, there was a time that this same account was around $50,000. You check. I always share my screen. You see everything. All right. Now I'm at over $1 million. Okay. How am I doing that? I'm compounding my profits here. Yeah, I'm basically compounding my profits. Basically, like 80% is from compounding my profits that got me to where I am at over $1 million in my margin. Okay. And how have I been able to survive? You know, in the last 3 years, there's been a whole lot of things that happened in the market. There's the October 11th crash that affected everyone. So many things happened, but I was not affected. Why? Because the most important thing in real trading is risk management. And we have the best risk management in the world, because once you start a trade and you apply leverage, you can see here my leverage 10x. Once you use even 2x leverage, you have amplified your risk and amplified your potential profits. So your risk management has to be top notch. If not, the market will swallow you up. When the market gets volatile, you'll be swallowed up. And in the past 3 years, we have seen the craziest of volatilities. The October 11th crash, what has never happened in the market happened with the October 11th crash. 90% of traders were wiped out of the market. But we survived in Apollo bot because of our superior risk management algorithms exclusive to Apollo bot, guys. You need to really understand this. All right, once you understand our risk management, our approach to risk management, you will love what we are doing in Apollo bot much more. All right, so you can see in this account I'm trading crypto, stocks, and commodities. Really, really awesome. You can trade the best stocks and the best commodities. You can see some awesome commodities here. You can see Nvidia. All right, you can see Nvidia here. You can see Coinbase here. You can see another great stock here. Yeah, you can see copper, a great commodity, copper. All right. I'm also trading silver and gold. All right. I'm trading natural gas, trading Facebook's Meta. All right, another great stock here. Guys, this is so wonderful because this helps us to mitigate our risk. Because the crypto market can be dumping 20%. Okay, let's say there's a dump in the financial market. The crypto market will dump 20%. The stocks market might dump 10%. The commodities might dump 5%. That helps us to spread our risk across the market for greater capital preservation. This is really awesome, guys. Mixing your portfolio with stocks and commodities alongside your crypto gives you more protection, gives you more safety when the markets are volatile. So guys, this is really great in Apollo bot. You can see here, this is crude oil. Okay. You can see TSM, the TSM stock. Some really awesome, you can see Google here. All right. Really great, guys. Really great innovation. We keep pushing the standards of trading excellence, okay? We are always improving our algorithms for greater efficiency in the financial market. This is Amazon, all right? This is Trump Coin. Really great, guys. And we are still going to add more stocks. You can see this is Samsung, right? Anthropic. You can see QQQ, the Baba stock, Anthropic stock, guys. We've never had it this good in Apollo bot. And we are trading the financial market with the same strategy, and it is as efficient for crypto as it is for stocks and commodities. That's the awesome thing about it, guys. That we use the same strategy to trade the financial markets, and it produces the same results of risk management and profits. Let me show you what happens. Because when you are trading, okay, there is no trading in the world without floating loss. What's a floating loss? This is a floating loss. You can see here. These are floating losses. Floating loss just means a running trade in the negative, which is normal. If you buy a stock, let's say you buy Tesla, all right, we have Tesla here. Let's say you buy Tesla, the Tesla stock. This is Tesla. And you just buy it, not on leverage. You just you buy your normal stocks, you buy it and hold. If you buy Tesla, all right, and the price drops from your entry position, your trade is in a floating loss. But it's not a real loss. That's why it's called a floating loss, meaning it's floating, not real. It only becomes real if you go, maybe out of panic or whatever, you sell that stock in that loss. That floating loss becomes realized. And that's why you see here, we have realized P&L, which is the real P&L. P&L means profits and losses. All right? We have the floating P&L, which means unreal, floating. It's floating in the air. All right? Until you bust it. All right? You bust the bubble, it becomes real. But right now it's floating. All right? So a floating loss just means a running trade. It's normal. You find it if you're trading forex, you're trading binary, you're buying stocks, okay, a practical example, you go to the market, right, to buy maybe some groceries, because maybe you're buying it retail or wholesale, so you can retail, right? So you go and you wholesale it, you make your profit. When you want to come back to buy that same grocery, you realize that the price has gone up. Let's say maybe you bought it at $50. The price goes up to $55. Your trade is in a floating loss, because you're going to have to wait for the price to move from $55 back to $50 for you to be able to buy the groceries at wholesale to retail. So a floating loss is part of life. Trading is part of life. We are always trading. So in trading, you will come across these terms, all right? They might not necessarily be the same terms like floating loss, but you understand what I'm saying, all right? It just means a running trade in the negative. We give it time, it can become positive. It's not a big deal. It's normal. But the issue now is, how do you get rid of floating losses? What do you do? What is your strategy for floating losses? Because you can be making profits and then you're in floating losses, which will put your account in danger if you withdraw your profits. It will reduce your margin. So how do you deal with floating losses? Guys, we came up with the most innovative way to deal with floating losses with the trade reset mechanism. No one apart from us is doing this in the world. Very, very awesome way, guys, to trade the financial market. It gives you a clean slate. Let me give you an example. You see this stock here, CBRS. All right, you can see I'm trading it. When I tap on it, all right, you can see I'm trading this stock for 27 days. Okay? But something happened that I'd like to show you and explain to you why we have the best risk management in the world. Now you're seeing this. This is, in Apolo, but when you see a loss like this, when we see losses like this, we are happy. Ironically, we are happy when we see a loss because we know what it means. This loss means that my positions, means I left the market. I have no running positions in the market. All right? I can withdraw my profits without issues because I've made net profits. All right? Let's do some calculations, okay? So let's go back to the last time here on the logs. The last time this coin did a reset, which was some days ago, right? You can see the same thing happened some days ago here. All right? The wonderful thing, you can see here, it did a reset by 2:30 p.m. on the 10th of July. All right? 30 minutes later. Now, when this happens, there were no positions running. You can see both the long and the short positions are closed. So no positions are running. All right? So what happens? You will see waiting signal. It is waiting for the next entry, for the cycle to start all over again. You check here. 30 minutes later, after the reset, it opens a long. And you can see the name of this strategy is the AI HDCA, meaning it has the ability to hedge. But we thought about it. Why hedge immediately? Hedging immediately just puts you into unnecessary floating loss, because here, let's say it was hedged immediately, the long and the short were opened, right? The long will be making profits like you see here, but my short position will be in floating losses. So that doesn't make sense, right? So we came up with a new way, all right, a more efficient way to trade the financial markets. We say, okay, we use sniper entries to enter the market, all right? Take your profit and leave, all right? Take your profit and leave. You can see here, long is opened, all right? 30 minutes after the trade resets, long is open by 3 o'clock. 1 hour, okay, like say 45 minutes later, that long closes in decent profit. All right, it happens here again. Another long is open 15 minutes later, but as normal in the market, we can experience market manipulation. Anything can happen in the market at any time. This is the real markets, live trading. Anything can happen at any time. So now this position is unable to take profits, and our AI senses a short signal is opened, because the AI detects that this coin is now going back down. All right. So the long position is opened. No profit has been made yet because it's no longer going up. It's now going down. So to take advantage of that move down, we open a short position. All right. Some hours later. So we have, okay, not some hours later. This is the 11th, right? This is a day later, basically. So now we have good long and good short entries. Awesome. Because we know that the best thing, the most important thing in trading is entry. If you can enter at the right time, to long or to short, you will make good profits in any direction you're going. So we have two good entries now for the long and the short. All right. Now the short is taking profits because this coin is going back down. All right. So we are making profits from up or down of the same coin. Remarkable. All right. The same thing happens here. It opens up another short. And remember the long. Remember that long that was opened? That long now takes profits. That long that was open, that was waiting, all right, now takes, because in the financial market, everything goes up and down. All right. If it doesn't go up and down, then it's not a real token. It's not real. Everything must go up and down. Gold, even gold goes up and down. Everything must go up and down in real trading. So you see now that long position has taken profits. The short that was opened here also took profits. Wonderful. So even with this now, when this happens, you see that no positions are running, but you see that you have some good realized P&L, realized profits. Okay. Now it waits again. Another short opens, takes profit. Okay. You see, this longs and short. All right. This keeps happening until we have the trade reset. So let's calculate together how much net profits I made from this coin, from the last cycle. This is the last cycle, right? So we start from here. Let me get my calculator out. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so let's do it. Let's do it together, all right? 87 plus 66 plus 21 and 27 plus 26 and 37 and 34 85 and 86 . 92 and 92. Okay. 83 and 96. Oh, wait, hold on. 83 plus 96 plus. All right. Hope you're following. 119 and 91. All right. 82 plus 124. 82 plus 124. 327 and 94. Okay. 82 plus 87. 85 plus 104. 372, right? Plus 372. Okay. Now, I'm minusing these two now to get my net profit, okay? Minus 446. Minus 446. Minus 681. So minus 681. This is how much I made from this cycle, from this trade reset. When this happens, both the long and the short positions here are closed. So you will see no positions running in your Apollo bot or in your exchange. I can easily withdraw these profits and allow my capital to continue trading without having to worry about floating losses, because the floating losses from the positions have been eliminated, and I can now start a clean slate, a new cycle with the same system, with the same strategy. Guys, this is the most efficient way to trade in the financial markets. You can see this is not a crypto, this is a stock. So our strategy works across all the financial markets. No one in the world is doing this, guys. And that's why we have the best record. You can check it with any other bot out there. We have the best record for capital preservation, which is the most important thing in trading, is capital preservation. We have the best record. In the last 3 years of trading, no one has done what we have done in the financial markets, guys. And that's why I'm telling you that you're in the best place in Apollo bot. You can see the cycle starts all over again. 8 minutes later, a short is opened. So let's check. You can see now the only position running is my short parameter. Okay? Short parameter. And it's in floating profits. It's in floating profits, waiting to take profit at 2.24%. And guess what? These parameters you see here are not static, because the market is not static. The market is always dancing. All right? So these parameters are dynamic. It dances with the market. You can come back in an hour or two later, 30 minutes later, and the profit taking is 1.2%. The trading stop is 0.4%. The margin ratio is 3%. This is the beauty of a dynamic system, guys, because you need to be flexible when you're trading. Our systems, our strategies are flexible for a volatile market. You need to be flexible. Guys, we have the best system. Apollo Body is the best, guys. I'm not just saying this because I'm showing you from my own account that I've grown from $6,000 to now over $1 million within 3 years of trading. No bank can do this. No bank can do this, guys. No bank can do this. Non-custodial trading. My money is in my exchange. See, my money is here. See, I'm using Binance. My money is in my Binance account. All right? My money is in my Binance account. ApoloBot just shows me what's happening in my Binance account. Non-custodial trading. My money is on an ApoloBot. The only thing I do in ApoloBot is fuel 10% gas, 10% gas fee of my capital. Just fill gas. That's all I do in my ApoloBot. My capital and profits are always in my exchange. This is the best system in the world, guys, because this alone eliminates the possibilities of scams or the issues associated with third-party systems out there, because you don't give your money to ApoloBot. You keep your money in your cryptocurrency stocks and commodities bank, which is your exchange: Binance, Bybit, KuCoin, Coinbase, Binance US. We have over 10 exchanges. Right, when you tap here on API, we have over 10 exchanges available for you to choose from. We recently added this Mexi exchange, which is really great because this expands our reach, global reach to Argentina, to Europe, to Oceania. So anywhere you are in the world, guys, anywhere you are in the world, you can come in and start your trading journey, your financial journey in ApoloBot. Guys, if you check on this channel, I made a Zoom some weeks ago. I explained to you that it's not easy to make money. The system doesn't want you to make money. I'm telling you. And things are not going to get easier. Things will only get harder. Why? Because of inflation. Inflation doesn't affect third world or second world countries alone. Inflation affects everyone everywhere. Inflation affects every government. The inflation is always going up. What the governments do is manage inflation. It doesn't mean you can stop inflation. Basically, inflations are always going. Meaning, what does that mean? In simple terms, things will only get harder. So don't play with your financial opportunities. Don't play with financial opportunities. Don't play with it. Take it very seriously, because the system knows that when you are financially liberated, you are free. It doesn't want you to have that freedom because it's a slavery system. All right? We spend our most energetic years working. Most people come out retired. They don't even have money to take care of themselves. It's a slavery system. All right? It's a rat race. So we need to break out of that genjutsu. We need to come out of that. All right? And ApoloBot is here to give you the liberation you need. Send me a message. Send me a DM. All right? Send me a DM and I'll get you started with the very best settings to help you grow your account just like I've done with mine. All right? You can see here, guys. Same thing here. You can see this coin, SQD coin. Same thing, waiting signal. When no positions are opened, you see waiting signal. All right? You see here waiting signal. Okay? Why waiting signal? Because there was a trade reset. All right? Trade reset took me out of the market. I left the market, no positions are running. I withdrew my profits and I allow my capital to continue trading, right? Right? You see? Opening long, opening short. All right? Using sniper entries. You can see long and short were open. Short took profit. Short open again, short took profit. The long that was opened here took profit. Now the market, now this coin is going up, another long is open, another long takes profit. This preserves our capital for the best trades only, because our aim is to maximize our time in the market. All right, to increase our efficiency, trading excellence. All right, so now what's happening? Waiting signal. Our AI is reading the market, waiting for a good entry. All right, instead of staying in your trade in the market every time. No, this strategy aims to maximize your capital, to keep your capital for the best trades only, using sniper entries. Okay, so I took my position, takes a profit on the long and leaves the market, because both the short and the long have taken profits. All right, because this coin went up and down after the trade reset. So you can see, guys, no one in the world is doing this. This is really awesome, and that's why we are very passionate about our product. That's why our product is free, because we know what we have. We know the investment of time and resources that we've put into this project, guys. Basically free, because you don't pay annual subscriptions like other bots do. Just come in, register, fill gas, 10% of your capital, bind, start your trades. As simple as that. As simple as that. Send me a message, okay? You will, see my link on the description of this video. Send me a message so I can guide you to start your financial journey, all right, with the very best settings to help you grow your account, just like I've done with mine and just like I'm doing with many others. All right, I'll also add you to my WhatsApp and Telegram groups. All right, guys, so I just wanted to make this video to give you an update on my account, to give you more clarity on our strategy, and I hope it was a blessing to you. Thank you so much for watching this call, and I'll see you on the next